Welcome to our two-day symposium, Changing the Narrative from Withdrawal to Constructive Engagement. And I would like to give the floor to former Prime Minister Aminata Touré.
Thank you very much, Madame Amba. Et surtout féliciter la Fondation Wayamo et le Africa Group for Justice and Accountability pour avoir organisé.
Do you think ECOWAS is fully committed to addressing impunity in this sub-region?
I think so. I can speak to the case of Senegal. We do know that Senegal has been the first signatory to the Rome Treaty, setting up the courts, the International Penal Court, the ICC. And very recently, as you may have followed, Senegal have organized the trial of Hissène Habré, and I think it was a just and fair trial. This is testimony to the commitment of Senegal and its leader to really realize the rights, the human rights of the people, but mostly to ground the rule of law. And I think it should be the case for all the ECOWAS countries, but all the African countries.
What challenges do you see in achieving universal trust in the International Criminal Court, especially among African member states?
Well, as you know, there's been a debate within the African Union. It's been told about retrieving collectively from the ICC. I don't think it's a good way of looking at things. My view is that the ICC is very important for Africa, but for the world, it came a long way out of a commitment of international human rights activists and government. ICC is a common asset for whole humanity. So as African, we have to contribute to make the ICC work. And I'm happy also to realize that there's been a lot of progress in the front of realizing human rights in the continent. Senegal has organized the trial of Hissène Habré over the past 3 years, a successful trial. So I think we are in the good path, and we hope that ECOWAS and the whole African Union will join us to move forward, for the benefit of the continent and for the benefit of African people. So these are the words I wanted to share with you, and to salute all the work, the coalition and the activists of international law, and I like to say that I'm with you. Thank you.
As a former member of the government, do you think the International Criminal Court unfairly targets African member states?
Well, I mean, they're targeting crimes. So Africa also have to deliver accountability to its people. So it's not about, why are you only chasing us? We should not be in the case of witnessing violation of rights or international crimes. But it's important also that the ICC show very clearly that it has a universal mission, because crimes, international crimes, are happening all over the universe. So that is something that the ICC should take very seriously. So all members feel that they are equal. That is important. But for me, the response is not retrieving from the Rome Statute. It would be a step backward. As you know, Senegal, through the statement of our head of state, made it very clear that we will remain an active member of the ICC as a state party. I think the 34 African countries must remain state party to the Rome Statute, and make sure also that within their own legal framework, they have the provision to pursue international crimes. For that to happen, they have to domesticate within their own legal system the principle of universal jurisdiction. That's what allowed Senegal to organize the Habré case, and it should be the same situation for all African countries.
not a single country has ratified the Malabo Protocol. No, so we're talking about 10 countries that have signed it, not one of the 10 has ratified it.
Thank you very much. So we have time for one more round. There's a number of questions. I will first go to the former Prime Minister Touré.
I would like to push the envelope. For me, it's not only about the ICC, it's about mostly ending impunity in the continent. ICC or the African Court being just platform to achieve that very important objective. So from a strategic point of view, if we put forward our priorities in front of us, the idea of making sure that all single African countries incorporate within the legal framework the principle of universal jurisdiction would give us headways. I think let's not sort of get stuck into the structure or the bureaucratic discussion about the different platforms, but let's focus on the outcomes, and the outcomes being ending impunity. You cannot do that if you do have weak national systems. It won't happen.
If we look at the challenges of complex transnational and cross-border crimes and the increasing challenge of terrorism, what role do you think African member states or the region can play to address these new crimes?
Yes, I mean, that's a difficult point, but as you said, if Africa want to tackle effectively all these issues of terrorism, trans-border crimes, Africa has to step up its cooperation within the member states. You cannot address the issue within, the boundary of one single state. So that regional approach has to be very strong. We have to devise strategies that would involve a group of countries so we can be effective in tackling those issues.
Thank you so much.